glasses, the empty ones, you know, while it was all merry, and taking them straight back to the bar where we could get in, you know, and get the shillings and the sixpences so we could have a nice bit of pocket money.
Well, of course, at night us children were left all alone because night after night our mothers mostly, not many men came. There were a few men come hot picking, but not many. And our mothers just used to go down to the pub in the village night after night. And if we didn't work weekends, sometimes we didn't work weekends, they'd be down there from the time they opened till the time they shut. And of course we were just left to our own devices, us children. We just had to make the best of it.
They started a new scheme by opening a little window in the pub, a special little window, and you'd go up there and you'd pay 3 shillings on a jug like this. They'd fill it up with beer for 3 shillings, and you'd buy 2 glasses, like pint glasses, for a shilling, and you'd take that out to the forecourt with your glass, and you'd stand outside just jugging it all night. And then when you wanted a refill, you'd go back and have it filled up again for 3 shillings.
Sometimes you couldn't afford to leave money as a deposit on the glasses or the jugs. So you took your own things with you, such as a mug or a basin, or maybe if you had your own jug, you'd take that.
They used to sing lovely songs and used to hear swear words that we'd never heard before, but it was all in good fun.
They liked it, really, but they just didn't like the mixing with you at all. You know, they kept their own bar, and they had all the posh things in their bar, all the lovely tables and the beautiful ashtrays, and the fitted carpet, and you was on wooden floors dancing.
Towards the end of the evening, everyone was drunk. Every Londoner, there used to be fights and a few bottles flying about, sometimes through the windows, you know, but you had one village copper, and he used to come in, and everyone sort of respected him. And no matter what, how big these fellas were fighting or whatever, you know, we used to get the gypsies and us, you know, the Londoners and all mixed and have a fight. But he'd walk in, as soon as he walked in, he'd more or less straighten it all out.
First thing I remember is funny about hopping was I went into the pub and stood looking in amazement when suddenly I realised that several people sitting around a table, they'd got 1 quart pot, which was passed round. When it came round to me, they said, have a drink. And that was the first time I realised that this was 2 different people's meeting. And they were different people's meeting, of course. There were people who were used to the towns and street lights, and popping down the road for local fish and chips. There were us country people. We'd only just got some wireless to listen to, and we weren't used to fish and chip shops or popping down the road or even street lights. We had to wait for the moon.
The owls, you would hear the owls, you see, because there'd be no other noise at all. And sometimes, I mean, if you didn't have a candle, you'd be in pitch dark. And as a child, the noises were always much, much worse when you were in the pitch dark, as you used to be. And invariably, when they came home drunk. So you had that to put up with as well. No matter where
go into their respective farms when the pubs were emptying, we noticed they all got together in groups and sang their way down the road so they wouldn't hear or see anything. We always said they were scared of the dark.
We'd shout out, bring out your dead or something like that, because they were so quiet, you know, and all the lights would go on in the houses, they put your head in your nosy cow or something like that, you know. And we really liked it. We liked to annoy them. Where somebody waits
for me. Very often they'd leave a bottle or 2 in the ditch. Because in the morning before they were about, we were always over having a look and see what was in the ditch. Sometimes you'd get a couple, sometimes you'd get 3 quart bottles of ale. And we didn't leave them there to come back and find them.
Sundays was a day of rest. No picking, just freedom. If it was sunny, we knew at about 10:30 or 11, all the visitors would come down from London.
They were always dressed in their best clothes, Oxford bags and lovely big ties. We was quite taken with the different young men and the girls as well.
Their own street traders followed them down. The Wilk stores and the peanuts, you name it, jelly deals and cockle stores.
People used to come not just from the farm, but from miles around to enjoy the free entertainment.
And the ice cream man used to come round. It was mum got a penny for a lolly and things like that.
They used to have maybe a fancy dress party or a talent competition which the children would get up, and it was surprising the talent that those little London children had.
And as it got toward dusk, the Salvation Army would come down onto the field, and they'd put their screen up against the side of the cookhouse, and we'd all sit down with our little heads up, looking, watching all these slides, beautiful colours, and for us, it was magic. Well, it's payday. You come round to get your money, and they call you round by your hut numbers. You bring your bin register with you, and they check their big register to see that you've got the same amounts in your books. Any subs, they say? No subs, so you've got some money to come. I mean, this is what it's all about. Then you can buy some apples, or you can buy chickens. Now, a friend of ours bought some of these chickens, put them up in the lorry with her, in her fur coat going home like the Queen of England, and when she got home, her fur coat was full of fleas. Not only did she take home some apples, but she took some of the farm's livestock as well.
For us, it was the only holiday. I mean, there was no seaside or what have you. And it was 4 to 6 weeks in glorious countryside, and we really hated it when we had to go back.
They say that Oppin's lousy, I don't believe it's true. We only go down Oppin to earn a bob or two.
The only good thing about it, I think, was going home was that you had a few bob left to go back to London with, you know. It all seemed to make it all worthwhile.
We always said we were glad to get rid of them and get the shop back in straight again and clear up and get rid of all the muck, but we got so fond of some of them, we were sad to see them go.
Oh, it was terrible. It was so miserable. You know, it was, well, it was, I couldn't explain how we felt as kids, you know. We hated it. We used to get terrible screwed up stomachs, back to school.
Oh, when everybody was gone, well, it's a job to explain it. You missed all the singing and the shouting and the lights and the rubbish. Because there used to be quite a lot of rubbish, but outside of all the pubs, you see, they used to have all these outdoor tables and things and stools, and see all those put away again and back to quiet life. You used to think, well, winter's coming and hot picking's gone.
Now that Oppin's over, the money's all been spent. Don't you wish you'd never been Oppin down in Kent? With a T-I-O and a T-I-O, T-I-E-I-O.
When you go down Oppin down in Kent, see old Mother Riley loading on a tent. With the T-I-O, the T-I-O, the T-I-E-I-O. Monday is a washing day, and don't we wash it clean? We're going in the Oppin pot and lay them on the green. With the T-I-O, the T-I-O, the T-I-E-I-O. We say that Oppin's lousy, and don't believe it's true. We only go down Oppin to earn a bob or two. With the T-I-O, the T-I-O, the T-I-E-I-O. Now the Oppin's over, and he is on split. And I wish we knew when you left it down in Kent. With the T-I-O, the T-I-O, the T-I-E-I-O.
BBC Two will be going on another great railway journey of the world.